Should I do like a little boom? Okay, I'm gonna do a little boom. Okay. No, I don't know how to feel about that. When I first became serious about filmmaking, I wanted to know what to do. And everyone was telling me, go shoot your first film. Go just film anything. Learn from that and then, fuck, you know what? Screw it. We're not even sitting on the pillow anymore. When I first got serious about filmmaking, I wanted to know what to do and how to do it. And every piece of advice told me, just shoot your first film. And I did. And it sucked. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that because we all gotta start somewhere. But the fact that I was a perfectionist kind of made me want to do a big Christopher Nolan kind of skeptical masterpiece. And we want to do that, especially when we start out, especially when we realize that what we want to do is make film and make things happen on the screen. That brings me to the very original analogy of video games. When you start a new video game, you want to do something cool. You want to go kill the big dragon or slay the werewolf and do cool things like that. But we can't. We try and it doesn't go well, we die, we gotta restart. Where do we start? Where do we actually level up and gain experience from? That would be the level 2 cows, the level 1 bunnies, or the level 5 eagles or something. My point is, it's the same with filmmakers. We want to slay the dragon, we want to do a Christopher Nolan masterpiece, but what we need to do is slay those cows, those eagles, those bunnies, which would be in this case rules of filmmaking. And this brings me to the first, easiest to understand and to implement rule, the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds is the most common rule seen across all forms of film, marketing, film, TV shows, anything, even photography. So what is this rule of thirds? Well, if you had the chance to see the grid on someone's phone or camera, that is basically it. It consists of 2 lines running vertically and 2 running horizontally, meeting at 4 points. I'm looking at my thing because I've got it on right now. Those 4 points are where our eyes are drawn naturally. It basically helps you frame your subject and helps you create a nice, easy to look at and to understand frame, like this one. Yeah. However, the points that the lines meet at aren't the only thing the rules of thirds can be used for. The individual lines can help you a lot. For example, the horizontal lines can help frame a very symmetrical and very appealing image of a wide shot or a mid shot. And the 2 vertical lines can help position the 2 characters correctly apart from each other, or create a nice gateway for a long shot. Even the boxes themselves can be used for something. For example, the center boxes are most likely used for podcast or tutorial videos like this one. They position their subject in the middle of the frame, with the center box being probably the most important one, showing that whatever is in the middle is the most important and the thing the audience should focus on. The boxes on the sides are usually the further your subject is from the center boxes, it makes its way into the outer boxes. The further it is in those shows how little importance it has. That's why in a dialogue scene, for example, we usually have this space filled in with extras or with backgrounds. There you go, there's my little extras. My guy, spud me. Oh shit, fuck, I didn't mean it. The rule of thirds is great. It's easy to understand. It can be used in any frame to convey any meaning. Now, it can be used in conjunction with its elements. So, for example, this frame, I'm in the middle boxes, showing I'm important and you should listen to me, because if you don't, I'm gonna break your nose. It has elements that make the frame interesting to the sides. So for example, my panda that is now having a little sleep time, and my llama. In addition, my eyes are on the horizontal line, as well as the part where the bed ends to the white wall. Stop falling over, man, you're weak. Do some push-ups, man. In addition, the part where the bed meets the white wall is also on a horizontal line. And my shoulders are on vertical lines, but that doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, it's pretty much how you would combine those elements to create a very sort of calm, smooth framing. It can be broken at times, but also used at times. Some elements can be used, but not all. All elements can be used. It doesn't matter. It's whatever fits your situation the best. Which brings me on to our next point, and that is when to break the rule. The rule of thirds at its core serves to create a good, visually appealing frame. So we would break it if we want to convey a sense of discomfort, a sense of paranoia, claustrophobia, a sense of disturbance, abnormality, and just like something is off, something is wrong. Keep this in mind. Every shot and every cinematic decision has some sort of meaning. If it's something as simple as to bring focus to a subject like this frame, or something as complex and meaningful as to convey whether the character is feeling a certain emotion or not. Like I said, every cinematic decision has some sort of meaning, even if it just looks cool. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this little short video. I thought that as I go along and learn, so can you. Even if it's basic cinematography, basic film sort of rules like this one, like this very simple rule of thirds that like your mum who takes photography as a hobby probably knows. And I knew this rule ages ago, but I thought someone out there is going to be in the position I was in ages ago and was going to know and is going to want to know a quick no BS guide to what the rule of thirds actually does. And by the way, you can enable the grid just in your phone settings or in your camera settings without an issue. Other than that, I do not plan on keeping this super like professionally or equipment reviewy or whatever. I want to have fun with this, and I don't want it to be overshadowed by some sort of need to get views or something. I'm going to make videos like this because on one hand it's fun, and on the other hand it does sort of enable my content to reach a wider audience and get my viewers and watch hours up. But I do plan on making some genuine creative things that I'm going to look back and enjoy. And even things like that I would just look back at and be like, oh yeah bro, I'm stupid. Literally I'm stuck on this one frame or this one scene and I haven't thought of the most basic rule there is. But yeah, that's it. That's it for today's video. Make sure to check out my other content, which is sexy and good and very useful. And I'll see you in the next one, bros. I can't do that. I'm just gonna do a high five.